Chapter 329, Which Descendant vs Which? It starts at breakfast time in the dining room. Me, breakfast. The most important meal of the day. Nora, it sure is. Me, yep. Nora, can you bring these down to Victor JD? Me, sure Nora. I get up and take Victor's ham and eggs down to the basement. I set it down on a table and put on a fur parka. I take the plate and knock on the door. Victor, come in. I open the door and go in, and Victor was sitting at his table watching TV. Me, morning Victor. Here's your breakfast. Victor, thanks JD. Me, you're welcome. I hand the plate to him. Me, how are you feeling? Victor, still cold but hanging in there. Me, I know, but we're still working on a cure for you. Once that's done you can get out of the icebox. Victor, thanks JD. I appreciate it. Me, you're welcome. See ya Victor. I leave and close the door. I put my parka back and head back upstairs. Lincoln, how's Victor doing JD? Me, still cold. I hope we cure him soon. Lisa, we're getting close to a cure, second big brother. We just have to isolate the chemicals for the cryogenic chemicals from his blood that mutated him. Sakura, well that's a relief. Lainey, yet. Hey, look at this. The Hex Girls are performing in Salem, Massachusetts in 2 days for the annual Witch Festival. Lucy, gasp. I love the Hex Girls. Me too Lucy. They are awesome. I love their songs. Shannon, we have to go there. I love the Hex Girls, and I also want to learn more about my heritage in witchcraft and how my ancestors, the Sanderson sisters, were feared throughout all of Salem back 326 years ago. Lori, I want to go too. I was literally shocked when I found out that I am a direct descendant of Lorraine Newton. So I have witchcraft in my blood too. Me, that's what shocks me too Lori. Lucy, I want to go too. Yumi, count me in too. Nicole, I'd better go too. Just in case. Gwen, same here. May, I might as well go too. Manafi, same here. Lainey, count me in too. Lincoln, I'll go too. Rachel, me too. Kyan, same here. Maria, same here. Me, alright. Let's go. We got ready and left for Salem. We arrived in Salem, Massachusetts. One of the darkest towns in the United States. Me, here we are guys. Welcome to Salem, Massachusetts. Shannon, this is awesome. I've always wanted to come here. It's where my ancestors lived 326 years ago. Lucy, it's a true mystery for many people here. May, why is this town so feared around the country? Me, it has a dark history that dates back to the late 17th century. It was home to the infamous Salem witch trials. It was a time of darkness, fear, and persecution because they believed that the devil was plaguing the town, and many people here were tried and killed for witchcraft. Most of them were innocent people. Lori, that is literally so horrible. Gwen, I've read about this town in the books and it was horrible what all those people went through. Kyan, it sure was. I can't begin to describe what they went through all those years ago. Me neither. Lincoln, yet. We walked around the town and we saw coming out of a restaurant Shaggy, Rogers, and Scooby-Doo, and they were full. Big time. Shaggy, like thanks for the food. Scooby-Doo, Rhea. Me, Shaggy, Rogers, and Scooby-Doo. Shaggy, like, JD. Knudsen. Me, good to see you again buddies. We both hugged. Scooby-Doo, Rhea. Ro, have you been? Me, great Scooby. You two are still the same living garbage disposals I remember years ago. Shaggy, yet. We love to eat. Me, I believe it. These are my friends and second family. Everyone introduced themselves. Shaggy, like it's a pleasure to meet you all. Lori, same here Shaggy. We heard that you've all been solving a lot of mysteries all over the world. Scooby-Doo, that's right. Shaggy, we've made a huge reputation for foiling crimes. Kyan, that's what I heard. Rachel, yet and I heard you have gotten the moniker by all those dumb criminals as Shaggy, meddling kids. We all laughed. Me, memories. Just like old times huh Shaggy? Shaggy, it sure is. Yumi, how did you guys meet? Me, we went to school together in Colorado before he moved to a place called Coolsville. He was 2 grades ahead of me when I started kindergarten. Shaggy, yep, and Scooby was a puppy when I started 6th grade. Me, yet. Scooby sure got big the last time I saw you. Scooby-Doo, I sure have. Rhyme sure flies roastin' it. Me, it sure does Scooby. Shaggy, yet. So like, what brings you all to Salem? Me, we're here to watch a concert for the Hex Girls. One of my favorite goth bands. Lucy, I love the Hex Girls. They are awesome. Shannon, same here. Shaggy, that's awesome. The Hex Girls are awesome and they rock. Me, they sure do. Lucy, me, Shannon and Yumi are their biggest fans and we love their music. Yumi, we are goth girls and they're awesome. Shannon, yet. Me, let's go find the rest of the gang and catch up. Shaggy, good idea. As we walked on we saw 3 figures coming. They were the Hex Girls. Shaggy lifted up all the fullness in his stomach and made himself look like a hunk. Shaggy, like, hi ladies. The Hex Girls revealed that they had fangs. Hex Girls, hi. Shaggy's fat dropped and he was scared. I grabbed his shirt and Lori grabbed Scooby's collar. Me, whoa. What's all the hullabaloo? Shaggy, like they're witches. Scooby, Rhea. We saw the Hex Girls. Me, the Hex Girls. Thorn, that's right. It's an honor to meet you JD. Knudsen. Me, same here. We were just on our way to meet up with the rest of Shaggy's friends here. I think Shaggy here owes you an apology. Shaggy, BB but. Yumi, I think you two owe these girls an apology. Shaggy, like, we had a good reason to. May, points gun at him, apologize. Now. Me, May, that won't be necessary. Shaggy, like sorry girls. Thorn, it's alright guys. Maria, in disbelief seriously? How could Shaggy and Scooby possibly think that this is scary? Thorn, surprised you are not afraid of us? Me, no. We're used to it. May, I've seen Pokemon with fangs. It's a natural occurrence. Gwen, my cousin has transformed into aliens with fangs. I'm used to it. Yumi, Lucy here likes to watch vampire shows. Maria, what do you mean by that? Yumi, sheepishly I may or may not have started watching The Vampires of Melancholia with Lucy. Me, anyway. We came from Royal York, Michigan to watch your concert. Lucy, Yumi, and Shannon here are your biggest fans. Lucy, that's right. We love all your music, know all your songs and we think you're the greatest. Luna, thanks girls. We appreciate that. Later we caught up with the rest of the gang. Me, Fred Jones, Daphne Blake, and Velma Dinkley. Fred, JD. This is an unexpected surprise. We hugged for the first time in a while. Me, how have you been guys? Daphne, we've been doing awesome JD. You're looking awesome. Me, thanks Daphne. Velma, you're looking as awesome as you were when we met. Velma, thanks JD. You too. With them was famous author Ben Ravencroft. Me, Ben Ravencroft. Lainey, oh wow. I love all your books on horror, magic, and mystery. Ben, thanks guys. It's an honor to meet you JD. I've heard so much about you all. Me, we get that all the time. It's an honor to meet you in person. After introductions and catching up, we went on a mystery. We were looking for Ben Ravencroft's journal that once belonged to his ancestor Sarah Ravencroft. Manafi came back to May, Shaggy, and Scooby with the mayor's watch. Manafi, here's a watch. Is this a clue we need? Scooby-Doo, R.O. Ray. Shaggy, like, that's the mayor's watch. I don't think that's a clue at all. May, but we should still keep it. Manafi, okay. Why? May, laughs because he's gonna wake up tomorrow and he won't know where his watch is. Me, laughs, funny May. Lincoln, maybe there's something we need to figure out that will lead us to the journal. Ben, there is. Ben handed me what looked like a buckle and he showed me a picture of his ancestor. Me, she was beautiful. Ben, oh yes. Lainey, I think I know where that tree is. Let's go. Lainey took us to the tree, but it was cut down. Ben, all these years I was looking for the wrong oak tree. Me, it was cut down 300 years ago. Lincoln dug around it and hit something wooden. Lincoln, I found something. Lincoln pulled out a wooden box. Ben was excited. Velma, Ben, are you okay? Ben, just a little excited. Lainey, in her head, I've got a bad feeling about this. Ben opened the box and in it was a book. But it was an evil one. Daphne, looks kind of evil to belong to a Wiccan healer. Velma, Ben, that doesn't seem to be a journal at all. Ben, because it isn't Velma. It's a spell book. Velma gasped. Ben, you see, Sarah wasn't a Wiccan. She was indeed a witch. We gasped. Thorn, a real witch? Dusk, heavy. Lainey, I knew it. Ben, and since Sarah's blood runs in my veins, I guess that makes me a warlock. The Wiccans imprisoned Sarah in her own spell book and you helped me find it. Velma, you lied to me, Ben. Me, I had a feeling something evil was brewing here and I should know too, Ben. I have another dark secret for you all. My ancestors were the ones that sealed Sarah into her spellbook. Ben, so you are descended from those fools. Me, that's right. Almost 330 years ago my ancestors sealed that malevolent witch into that spellbook. My history is a dark one from all those years ago. Not only was I gifted with my powers because of cosmic radiation, but my ancestors were a witch and a Wiccan. I am half Wiccan, half witch. A twilight hybrid if you will. That's how I'm able to use light and dark magic. Lincoln, I had no idea, JD. That's a powerful secret. Lori, that is literally a huge secret. Ben, that's unusual and very interesting. But you can't even begin to imagine the real power of this book. No mere mortal can. But I am descended from a superior breed. I shall unlock the power of the imprisoned Sarah Ravencroft. Me, not while we're here you won't. The wind blew. Ben, together we shall reign supreme. Let the evil from the past breathe again with fiery blast. Let the dark wind whip the night to blow away the force of light. A dark storm swirled above him and a blast of green energy emerged from the book. Ben, this is evil's finest hour. Malevolent laughter. The energy empowered him to an incredible degree. Me, whoa. His power is unbelievable. But so is ours. Power up, guys. I go Super Angel God, Lincoln, and Lainey went Super Angel 3. Kyan, Lucy, Maria, Lori, and May spread their wings. Yumi had a katana ready and Rachel went Dementux. Shannon, let me talk to him first. Me, okay. Shannon walked up to him. Shannon, Ben, there's something you didn't know about me. Ben, oh? And what is that? Shannon, my ancestors were the most feared witches in all of Salem in colonial America. My name is Shannon Sanderson Duluth Loud and I am a direct descendant of Winifred, Mary, and Sarah Sanderson. Velma, we have 3 witches? Luna, that's crazy. Thorn, it sure is. Shannon, yes. My ancestors were the most ruthless of all witches. They killed many children here in Salem to sustain their youth and beauty to live forever. But unlike them, I used dark magic for good. Shannon then spread black angel wings that were darker than the night, and emblazoned on her forehead was the symbol of the triple goddess. Ben, this is interesting. Sarah and the Sanderson sisters were in a huge blood feud with each other in terms of magic. But after the Sanderson sisters disappeared, Sarah ruled all of Salem. This is kind of ironic, isn't it? The descendants of the Wiccans who sealed Sarah into that spellbook and the Sanderson sisters, facing the descendant of the evil Sarah Ravencroft. A rekindled blood feud almost 330 years apart. Velma, that's crazy. Lori, it literally is. Lucy, it sure is. Lori, not only that, Ben. But I am also descended from a witch. I am Lori Loud, and I am descended from Lorraine Newton, who was executed for witchcraft in 1692. I know wind magic. This is weird, hey? Descendants of witches and Wiccans fighting a warlock. Ben, yes it is. Let's put the power of Sarah Ravencroft to the test against the descendants of all of you. Bring it on. I dash and kick the book out of Ben's hands and punch him in the face and kick him in the stomach. Shannon fired a blast of black lightning at Ben and sent him flying into a shed. Crash. I grabbed the book and Ben exploded out of the shack, and he fired a green energy blast at me and I fired a blast at it and they exploded. Kaboom. Lucy fired a blast of black fire and it exploded by Ben. Boom. Ben was shielding himself and Lainey entangled him in vines from head to toe. Nicole, can you pull out Sarah Ravencroft from the book and imprison her in the Book of Vile Darkness? Nicole, I can do that, Dad. Hand the book to me and you all hold him off. Right. I hand the book to Nicole and we went after Ben. Ben broke out of the vines and I kicked him in the face. Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, Scooby and the Hex Girls were all amazed at the sheer power we had against Ben. It was a battle of heaven vs hell. Lincoln fired lightning at Ben and it hit him in the leg and he went numb. But Ben was persistent and he was relentless. But our power and his were pretty much equal. Nicole, chanting an incantation, Levantiza Mark Vina Tormika Quenkik Mika Zemakinik Vomis. The spellbook was glowing and out of it came Sarah Ravencroft and she was screaming as she was being pulled into the Book of Vile Darkness. Ben saw this as we were fighting. Ben, no. No family reunion for you this time, Ben. I punch him in the face again and fired a blast of rainbow light at him. Chants an incantation, Unfacom Hestima Vextus. The rainbow light formed a dragon of leaves and it breathed green fire and it hit Ben and entrapped him in a tree. Nicole continues chanting, Nex Mitajurantic Stedier Avazol and Lyris Nor. Sarah Ravencroft was sealed into the Book of Vile Darkness for all eternity. The evil skull on Sarah's spellbook vanished and it was now a regular spellbook. Nicole, that takes care of that. Nicole took the spellbook in her bag with the Book of Vile Darkness and went Super Angel. Nicole, time to dance with Ben. Nicole flew to Ben and kicked him in the stomach and he was knocked down. It's over, Ben. You've terrorized all of Salem for far too long. Nicole stripped him of his powers and put them back in the spellbook. Ben, this is impossible. How could I have been beaten so easily? We powered down. Yumi, because you only think about no one other than yourself. People like you will never be welcomed in our world. Yet. Ben Ravencroft was arrested and sentenced to death by being burned at the stake. A form of capital punishment that we stopped using back in 1732. Ben, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Sometimes meddling can be a good thing. Burn in hell and stay there, and may God have mercy on your worthless and evil souls, spawn of Satan. They lit the wood and Ben was incinerated. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I hope he enjoys his time in the fires of hell. Rachel, you said it. Let's hope he stays there for good. Lucy, that's right. Shannon, after all these centuries the Ravencrofts will be forever forgotten. Fred, that's right. Velma, good riddance to bad rubbish. Shaggy, like yet. Me, what turned into a visit to attend a concert became a battle between family ties from heaven and hell. Thorn, that's right JD. It's all unimaginable that witches are capable of such evil power. Dusk, yet. Luna, it's horrible. Daphne, but this was all very awesome. You guys were incredible JD. Me, we get that all the time Daphne. Later we were at the concert with the Hex Girls and it was awesome. We got to perform on stage with them. We found out that Thorn is a Wiccan and that was awesome. Lucy, Shannon, and Yumi got a picture and autographed poster of the Hex Girls. It was an awesome time in Salem. It was a reunion worth remembering. Small world, hey? The end. Another fanfiction complete. Nico-chan 11 gave me the idea for this. I watched Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost on Cartoon Network years ago and it's my favorite Scooby-Doo movie. No, I am not descended from anyone in Salem in real life. If I were, then I would be living in Salem, Massachusetts. Salem has had a really dark history that dates back to the 17th century and it was awful. But Halloween is very popular over there. Salem is believed to be where Halloween came from all those years ago. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for the awesome idea as usual Nico, and thanks for refreshing old memories. See you all next time. Scooby-Doo Francis is owned by Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network.